Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Mike. Here with a quick impromptu video. So I was in the gym working out, and I heard this song that I used to listen to called "Popular Monster" by this group called Fallen Universe. Good song. Very powerful song. When the first time I heard this song, I literally broke down and started crying. The reason why is just because of the words of the song. I remember about 2 years ago, I was in the gym. One of my friends texted me, who's a little bit younger than me. They're like, "How have your 30s been?" And I stopped. And I responded, "The first thing I saw on my 30th birthday was George Floyd's unaliving." Let that sink in. The very first thing is like, no, of course, open up, say your prayers. If you pray, you say your prayers. Brush your teeth, wash your face. Jump on social media type thing. The very first thing I see on social media, George Floyd unaliving. Now, the thing I may have told you guys before is that I've been battling depression for a while. I've never been clinically diagnosed with depression, but we've all had some kind of level of depression, anxiety, just not feeling like ourselves. There are times where I've gone to bed because I just didn't want to be awake. Straight up. I'm like, I don't feel like being awake right now. I don't feel like feeling. So I'm going to go to bed. I've never self-harmed, thank goodness. No, I've never, took too many pills or anything like that. But every time I'm just like, I don't want to be awake. And things like that, it's like, it's real. Again, I'll be one of the first people to admit, it's like, no, that feeling is real. And the thing that sucks, particularly about, grow up in a Christian family. Again, I'm not sure if you guys are Christian, but, I grew up in a Christian family, and a lot of times, and particularly the Black Christian households and the churches, we're taught, just pray about it. Just pray about it, it's fine. Just pray, just pray, just pray. Yes and no. The way I see it is that if our car is making a sound, we're going to take it to the mechanic. We're going to pray about it, we're going to take it to the mechanic. If our tooth hurts, we're going to we're going to try to find some kind of pain pill. We're going to see a dentist or orthodontist or whatever. We may pray about it, but we're going to go to a doctor to do this stuff. If our leg's broken, we're going to pray about it. Like, oh gosh, this sucks. This hurts. We're also going to see an ortho doctor, figure out what to do. There's no reason why you can't pray and see a therapist at the same time. There's no reason why you can't do it. Like, do both. I believe in prayer. Sometimes it's like I don't always hear God. I'll admit it. Sometimes I don't always hear God. I doubt every now and then. I'm human. We're all going to doubt. We're all going to have our seasons and series of doubts and stuff like that. I'm human. Sometimes I haven't heard God. I'm not sure where he's at. I know somewhere, and I felt God previously. So that's how I know, that's how I have that inkling that, oh yeah, he's still here. But there are times I just didn't hear him. I didn't feel him. I'm like, why am I going through all this crap? So I'm like, man. And I've had different ways that I've dealt with depression, to be honest. Like I said, nothing depends on who you ask as it being unhealthy. But I said, sometimes I'll go to bed like super early because I didn't feel like being awake. I'll work out. I remember when the first time I was like 10 years old, and I always had like a really bad attitude when I was a kid. Like, I was just affected by a lot of things because I was a bigger kid growing up. Being a bigger kid, asthmatic, and gynecomastia, that was not a good combination. And being shy, not a good combination. So I was always in my feelings because like people don't like me, the whole thing. People was going through it for a little bit. And I remember my dad was like, you have to find a way you have to find a creative outlet for this frustration, because if you don't find a creative outlet, it's not going to be good. We never talk about therapy or anything like that, because that's not what we did. Caribbean American household, that's not what we did. Caribbean American Christian household, that's not what we did. So I remember I was probably like 10, and I was feeling it. I was not in a good place mentally, emotionally. And I was like, I gotta figure out something to do. I was like, I'm gonna do sit-ups. I did 400 sit-ups in a row at 10. Let that sink in. And I didn't feel it. I was just going. I did 400 sit-ups at 10 in a row. Some people will be like, oh, that's interesting. Some people will see the underline under that. And, like I said, going back and I was listening to the song Popular Monster. And sometime, one of the things he said, I wake up in the morning and my life feels like it's a day or something like that. He's like, I just want to feel okay. And there have been so many times I'm just like, I just want to feel okay. I don't need to feel amazing or this or that. I just want to feel like I'm okay. I just want to feel like I matter. That's it. My bad. Like, I just want to feel okay. Legit, that's all I wanted. I don't need anything extravagant or this or that. I just want to feel okay. And when I heard that song, this is one time I was going through some of my self-doubt. So I was going through my self-doubt, reminiscing on all the failures that I've had in my life. Think about, the day I turned 30, the first thing I saw was a murder. I was like, another black person. And the thing is that my cousin was unalived, in police custody. So that's another thing that was triggering. So all those things just in combination. And I was like, dang. So it hit me to the point that I literally had to tell myself, stop thinking. That's how much it hit me. I was in the gym. It's sometimes when you tell yourself in something, like mentally, like it's like, oh, okay. When you hear it verbally, it hits a little harder. I legit, in the middle of my workout, I had to verbally say, stop. Stop. That's how bad it was getting. Because if I did not tell myself to stop, I would start crying. Like, not just like a tear, but I would legit start to cry. That's how much it hit me. To the point that I was in the middle of my workout. I was doing legs. I was in the middle of my workout. And I was like, I am not in a good place mentally, emotionally. I need to channel this. I need to channel this. I'm like, this is what I do. I work out. This is what I do. I have to channel this while I'm here because this is what I do. And thankfully it was legs. So I was like, you can hammer legs. So I'm like, I'm going to do sled pushes. I'm going to do sled pushes. Okay, I had I was doing like calf raises. I remember I was doing calf raises. And I was like, usually my routine is like, I would do leg press, hack squats, calf raises, stiff leg deadlifts. I may do some hamstring curls. I'll do sled pushes, and then sometimes depending on how much time it is and how much my legs are with me still, I may do treadmill. So I'm like, perfect. I'm gonna do my hamstrings, do my sled pushes. I hit 3 PRs that day. And now there's like 5 pounds, like 50, 75 pound PRs. And I probably got hit my throat. But I hit my bad, y'all. I hit a PR on stiff leg deadlifts. It was like a 20 pound on each side of the bar PR. And sled pushes, it was like a 75 pound PR. The reason why I say that, I'm bringing all this up, is because I was like, you know what, I need to channel this. So I listened to that song on purpose again. And again, if you've never heard a song, it's a good song. It's very, very powerful. If you're going through depression, you may not want to listen to the song. I'm telling you that, it's a pretty powerful song. You may not want to listen to it whenever you're in like the bottom of your depression. You may want to listen to it like whenever you're feeling like neutral or you're feeling good. And it's like, okay, because it may take you some dark places. So again, shout out to Falling in Reverse because it's a good song. This song has threw me through some PRs. But again, going back. No, I get off topic all the time. Going back, listening to that song today, and I was like, huh, I don't feel as sad. Like, it's still a good song, but I don't feel as dark, if you will. And it just hit me because I'll listen to certain songs to push to something to get myself hyped up for the gym, things like that. And I was like, I'm gonna listen to a song because this song usually gets me. I was like, yo, this song, it gives me that dark, deep, dark, nasty places. I'm just gonna tear something up. But it didn't get me there today. And this got me thinking, how many times have I heard this song and I just went completely dark? Like, to places that you do not want to go. That places that the only way I can get out is like pure exhaustion. Right? I've gone to some dark places listening to that song. Never self-harmed. The only way I can say I self-harm is by my workouts in the gym. And you all see how I work out. It's like, oh, that. As an example, yesterday, one of the last things we did chest flies. We did, our max reps. I was like 3 or 4 sets at 140 on the pec deck, for like 12 to 15 reps. So we were going at it, and then I was like, okay, so on the last set, because I was working out with 2 of my dudes. On the last set, you're gonna do drop sets because it was like it had like every you can go like every other place. So you can go from like 140 because like 30 like each plate was like 15 pounds. So it was like you go from 130 to 110. From 110 you until you've done the whole thing. So they're like, oh yeah, this feels good. This feels good. I was working at 140. I went to 160. No, I went to 160, but I forgot the dude before me had extra 10 pounds on. So I went to 170. Repping out. 140. Max reps. Kept going. The last 3 sets, if you will, I did like 2 sets. So instead of like, it was like, let's say it was like 70. So doing a set at 70, then going up, I did a set at 70. Pause. My rest was at the contracted position, the fully squeeze position, and I did more. And then I did the next set, did more. And then I went all the way up, and I was like, okay, we're going down again. So then went reverse down the ladder, all the way down to 160. I did like 4 sets at 160. So I did that's how we finished the workout. They're like, I'm like, sometimes when I'm feeling it. So, and that wasn't even me going dark. That was just me having fun. When I go dark, it's not good. So, I say all this stuff to say, if you're going through depression, because I think last month was Men's Mental Health Month, or this month is Men's Mental Health Month. So it's kind of timely. If you're going through something, you're not alone. Find a way to control that depression, that anger, that anxiety. Find a way to control it. Seek some help. If you need help, seek some help. Whether it's just someone to just talk to, just kind of catch up with, just hang out with your boys, or if you're a lady, hang out with your girls. If you need to see a therapist, see a therapist. I saw a therapist for a while. It didn't help me the way I thought they would. It was just like reinforcing certain things I already know. So it's kind of helpful, but not the way I thought it was going to be. But see a therapist if you need to see a therapist. Seek help. Get help. Control those dark thoughts. Channel those dark thoughts. Because you can be very creative while you're in those states of anxiety and depression. You don't have to self-harm. You can be creative. And sometimes it's hard to find out how to be creative whenever you're in that dark space. So whenever you're in a neutral space, it's like, okay, what do I like to do? What do I want to try out? Whether it's writing music, because there's some great artists that their best music comes out whenever they're depressed. So if you're a writer, if you like music, write some music. If you're a painter, find some paints. Like have some paints on, just on standby. If you like to work out, find a way to work out, whether it's jump rope, whether it's calisthenics, whether it's whatever. Find something to control those dark thoughts. You're not alone. Whoever you are, whoever this message goes to, you're not alone. It sucks when you're in the stink. It's rough. It's scary. Sometimes you're not sure when you're going to get out, how you're going to get out, who's going to help you get out of it. It's scary. There is a way to get out. And it's a moment in time. That moment may be a short moment, maybe a very, very long moment. And you'll have your ebbs and flows while you're in the moment. Now, I'm no psychiatrist, I'm no psychologist, I am no anxiety coach. I'm just a dude who's gone through, I would say, minor bouts of depression. Never clinically diagnosed with anything. But, like I said, there have been times where I just did not want to be awake. There are times where I'm just like, I just want to be alone. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to hear anything. And I don't want to be up right now. I just don't want to be awake. And that's true. And that's happened multiple times. Even within the past year, there are times I'm just like, I don't want to be awake right now. With all the stuff that I've shown you guys, with all the success, and that because your boy has had a lot of success in the past year, particularly this past year. It's been insane. I've been extremely blessed. But there's still times where I'm just like, I don't know. I don't want to be awake. And whenever you're feeling like that, you're not alone. Know that it's a moment in time. The moment may be a short moment, maybe a long moment, but it can pass. If you do something that's going to harm yourself, then you'll never see the bright side of that tunnel. Get some help. See a therapist if you need to. Find one of your boys, one of your girls, whoever it is. Find someone that you trust. I say find a couple people. Sometimes you need a person to kind of baby. It's like, oh, it's okay. No, 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 no. Sometimes you need that person to just smack you in the back of the head and be like, hey, let's head out. Let's chill. Let's do this. Let's do that. To get you out of the funk. You need both people. You need a person who's gonna love you with who's gonna kill you. Love you with kindness. You also need a person who's just gonna be like, bruh, smack you upside the head. You need both people in your life. You need both people at different times in your life, and that is okay. So have both. Have the person who's gonna baby and and have the person who's just smack in the back of the head. We need both. Okay. So if you want to listen to the song, again, it's called Popular Monster by Falling in Reverse. It's a great song. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. It's a great song. If you're battling depression, you're not alone. Find a creative way to get out of the suck. Whether it's painting, drawing, just walking, bird watching, listening to a fun song. That's another thing that I would do is like if I'm like before I go to the gym, I almost have a routine. Is I'll listen to some R&B just to kind of get myself in a good mood. Feeling good, everything like that. And then the last song I listen to before I walk into the gym is usually a rap song or a rock song to kind of get me in the mood to actually put some work in. So everyone's always saying, oh, you have to be happy, you have to be happy, you have to be happy. Being happy is awesome, but get neutral first. Get neutral. Find out what your neutral zone is. Find those things that get you neutral. Because again, we all want you happy. But sometimes when you're in the deep of it, you can't go from 0 to 100. That's not realistic and stay 100. That's not realistic. Sometimes you just need to go from 0 to 5. And that's okay. Again, we want you to be happy and go lucky and kiki, haha, and all this fun stuff. But get neutral first. Find something that's going to get you neutral. And then worry about laughing and giggling and all this other stuff. But get neutral. Get neutral. first. So yeah, I just wanted to stop by and saying that if you're going through something, I see you. I can't say I fully understand, but I have an idea of what the suck is like. Again, I'm no psychiatrist, I'm no psychologist, I'm no neurologist. I'm just a dude that's gone through his own battles and that's thankfully on this side of things, because things could have been way worse for your boy. And if I went down those dark self-harming roads, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Now, is my life perfect? No, my life ain't perfect, but it's pretty daggum good right now, I can honestly say. And it's only going to get better. Will there be times where it sucks? Oh yeah, sometimes that sucks. And that's okay. We keep pushing, we keep learning, we keep growing, we keep going forward. So again, just want to stop by real quick. And like I said, just leaving the gym, smell like a wet sock. So I need to go home and get all the funk off of me. So hopefully I'll have another video for you guys sometime this week, because your boy's presenting in 2 days. I'm happy about that. I'm excited about that. And so yeah, quick side note, presenting in 2 days. My boss's boss officially said that I can go to Portland, so I'm going to go to Portland and in September to do some coaching, which is I'm excited about. And before I left home, I still didn't get an email about my paper. So when I go home, check to see if my teacher graded my paper. Haven't seen anything yet. Hopefully it's graded. Fingers crossed. All these fingers crossed. So we'll see what happens. But again, some good news popping up for your boy. So again, until next time, later.